they helped us come up with a plan to have at home. That was our wish, to have Sam at home. And it was not a possibility to have hospice. We did look into it. It was a conflict between them being here and keeping our in-home nurses. We couldn't do both. And so we could not have hospice. So when that happened, it was their suggestion, I think you need to call hospice. And this was about a year ago. And we did, and we met with them. And even just having that whole meeting with our whole, our nurses and our social worker with the hospice person, that actually needed to happen. Even though we didn't pursue that and we couldn't, it was vital. It needed to have everybody in the room to hear everything. And so when we kind of hit that brick wall and couldn't have hospice at home for him, I turned to them and I said, listen, I think we are hospice. What can you do to help me so I don't have to rush him off to the ER and he's not going to be hooked up to machines, and it's just not what we wanted for him. And so they helped us devise, I think they called it like an escalation plan. It was sort of this set of scenarios that I gave them. I said, okay, these are things that have happened that could potentially happen again, that are life-threatening. And I would need to know in these scenarios what you would advise me to do. And so it was about a 2 or 3 page document. We worked very closely, and I tweaked it, they tweaked it. Up until a few months before he passed away, it was tweaked again because he changed. Things changed with him, and I said, I don't think I would do this if he presented this way. What would you suggest I do? So it was always a work in progress, but we had this plan, and it was well thought out, and it was signed by them. It was signed by his primary care provider. We were all on the same page. His in-home nurses were on the same page. That was so important to make sure that everybody involved was always in the loop. That was really important for me, to make sure that anything that changed with Sam, they were the first to know. And I wanted that documented too. I wanted all of that so that it just was locked down. I don't know how else to say it. I didn't want there to be any holes in the plan. And in the end, I didn't even look at the plan. But it's sort of like you make the plan and then you don't need it. And that's exactly how it went. But I could have very well needed it. And there was a well thought out chain of events. And I didn't want to have to think in the heat of the moment, he's very uncomfortable. I don't know what to do. How much could I give him of this, or what should I do? And it was all there for me. Just like, hospice would have this plan on what to do for a person if they were not comfortable. And so that was crucial for them to provide me with that document. We worked on that very hard together.
Wow. And so you were in charge of all the medications and everything?
Yes. That's a pretty big burden. And I don't take that lightly. I think I somehow wonder, did I just prove myself to them that I could maybe handle this, or that I told them, I'm not afraid. I am not afraid to do this. I owe it to Sam to give him a peaceful end to his life. If that's in the cards, sometimes we don't have a choice. But I watched this boy suffer a majority of his life, and I thought, if I have a choice, I would like him here with us. And if I have another choice, I don't want him to suffer. Show me what that looks like. Help me. What can I do? I'm not afraid.